So this is the unsent letter from Mrs. Bennet to Lady Lucas after Charlotte marries Mr. Collins. I think she would write this because, she kind of went on like a vow of silence against Elizabeth after Elizabeth turned Mr. Collins down. And I think she would, write this letter like as like a way to let off, some frustration. But I think she would also write this letter because she has no she has no problem with expressing the way she feels about other people. Especially when we see in the third chapter when Bingley and Darcy come over to her house, she has no problem clearly showing that she likes Bingley more than Darcy. Um, she kind of just like unreservedly mocks people. And she's very ignorant to how she acts, and she thinks the way she acts is, right, and she sees no harm in what she does, especially with how, it affects how her daughters are seen in society. Jane, Elizabeth, the most important ones, her eldest daughters, who are actually, the most likely to get married. Um, so yeah, so it's from Miss Bennet to Lady Lucas about Charlotte. Dear Madam, I hope this letter finds you in good health, though I have found myself in a state that is not suitable for writing. I am so compelled to do so in the case of recent events. My receivement of hearing Miss Lucas's engagement to Mr. Collins has entirely overset me. To imagine that my cousin so instantaneously persuaded his mind to fixate himself for the affections of another woman after I so graciously invited him to dine at Longbourn has induced an amazement like no other. It is beyond my astonishment that your eldest daughter expressed such haste in her marriage with Mr. Collins. My mind is still struggling to grasp, though I never fail at such analyses of one's character, as to why my insolent child were to ever deny such a proposal and to completely disregard the felicity and passion in which Mr. Collins expressed his partiality towards herself. I dare say I could not retain my otherwise indifferent and polite countenance upon hearing such news, and rather displayed one of disgust. It has proven to burden my mind further to the thought that this marriage lay the heritage of this beautiful Longbourn estate to the likes of your Charlotte rather than my Elizabeth. Though I cannot completely assign fault to your daughter's rapidity for such an opportunity, for where else would she receive such an engagement that offers adequate comfortability? She was making way towards the women who were unfavorable for any man, something that seems logical for her state of handsomeness and undesirable age. Though I may not know much of her disposition, I can assure the one in which my daughter embodies is much more amiable for a man like Mr. Collins. I dedicate much of my efforts towards finding suitable and handsome men for my daughters, and I am dismayed my own may trash such considerations. At this point in time, my eldest daughter seems to be my only child, taking full advantage of my work, which is something that comes of no surprise. There is no such man as Mr. Bingley himself. He has his handsome countenance, wealthy stature, and overall agreeable nature comfortably places him above the likes of Mr. Collins. However, I am too well bred to dwell on such matters. I convey my best wishes to the happy couple. Yours truly, etc., etc., Mrs. Bennet.